Right, what is going, guys? Welcome back to another live stream. I'm sorry it's a bit later than I thought it was going to be. We did originally plan this stream to be up at 10, but I was watching a film and yeah, it kind of ran a bit late, so I do apologise about that. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Hello, Back Garden Rugby and JO2HX James or James. Right, what do you want to see, guys? We'll play some games. 5 people tuning in now. Hopefully the stream will do pretty well. I'll stream till late again. Just ordered Rugby 20. Oh, awesome, man. Hopefully you're enjoying the content on the channel. It's pretty fun to do live streams, like I said. I do enjoy them quite a bit. Let's play somebody really bad at the game. Let's play Canada. Josh James. Oh, there we go. Okay. I've just got a weird name on YouTube. Right. Okay. I'll just call you Josh then. No, so I feel like we'll win the match easily. Any possession. Score at least 10 points. There we go. Please, can you play Glasgow versus Edinburgh? Yeah. Alright. Okay. I'll change it. I want Pro 14, Glasgow, Pro 14, Edinburgh. There we go. So we want the rain. Let's do a nighttime one, because it is nighttime here in Wales. Nighttime with rain. That's what you want. Is there a nighttime with rain? Yeah. And we'll have somewhere that looks like the Glasgow Stadium. We'll do that one. Options. Semi-pro, 5 minutes. Right, here we go then. If you are just tuning in, just to let you know there is a donation option now. If you want to donate to the channel, feel free. The money goes straight towards getting a camera for the live streams. Which is last qualifying place to knock out 7. I don't know. Do you like the new pack order? Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's definitely a lot better sorting it in price order. Although it is pretty expensive. What do you guys think of the latest update then? Let me know in the comment section. It's great hearing all your opinions. I mean, personally, I think it's pretty good. The game runs a lot nicer now.
The players are ready. We're just waiting for the referee's whistle. That's a great start. Really high ball.
Gets back onto his feet to challenge for the ball.
Edinburgh managing to keep
a lot more
the
difficult
ball.
to win turnovers though, which is quite
Jackson
annoying.
Beneath the kick.
Ah. Why did I do that? I literally just given them possession back. Why would I do that?
The foul.
Forward pass, okay. At least they can get a scrum.
We'll have the put in for the first scrum
There we
of the
go,
match.
let's try and get a good scrum going.
Bind! Set!
Right, come on. Right, if I feed it into the right... Ah, too much.
Oh, that's a poor feed.
God's
Scrum half
sake.
needs to be more alert.
The kick pass for Graham.
I did a fake pass and I think that was in the update. No, the fake pass I'm pretty sure was available anyway.
Not what they'd have hoped for, Ben.
No fooling the defence there.
It's just that it takes quite a while to learn the controls.
Ball still in their possession.
Can't win the ball back.
They set up a ruck. Oh, the defenders are warming to their task now. He needs to go right.
They've made a mistake. Come on.
Just a lack of accuracy. Excellent defense, and they've got
Right.
the ball back.
Left. And again.
Oh, look at the energy, the dynamism of it all.
Come on.
Excellent offload out of the
And again.
tackle, and the attack leads to a ruck.
Like I said, any questions feel free to ask me, guys. I'll happily answer them. Wherever you are in the world right now. Tommy Seymour.
Oh, that was well played out wide.
Ah, you can't get anywhere.
They keep the ball.
And again. And again. And again. Ah, he's not going anywhere, Van der Merwe.
From this ruck, the ball is kept by Glasgow Warriors.
There we go. And again. Ah, there's no one there. What a terrible pass.
Edinburgh will be making a change. Now here's the first line out.
Go on. Try and get it. Nah, not getting that.
They've worked hard to retain possession.
Charge down.
It's a ruck for Glasgow Warriors.
Good evening from Southeast London.
Glasgow
Hello,
Warriors keep the ball.
Warren.
The ball's kept alive. Johnson.
What's the weather like in London? Here it's not too bad. It's still a bit windy in Wales, but it's not horrendous.
That's a ruck. Ball kept by Edinburgh. Ball safely taken.
Come on, Jackson. And again.
There's not a great deal of support
should have
there.
just passed it.
Team keeps the ball.
There's no one out there. Come on, go, Van der Merwe. Ah, it's not getting anywhere.
Brown adding to the conversation.
I did not even mean to do it. And I just scored as well. Oh, that's good. Once you get the hang of the controls on this game, it's a pretty fun game to do. Like, I've noticed, if I've been away from the game for ages, I'm not great at it. Whereas, like, I feel like since my first stream this week, I feel like, if the pass went away, it would have been gone. Since my first stream, I felt like I got a lot better, so. Better than it was on Sunday. Yeah, the weather on Sunday was horrendous. Everywhere, I think it was. Same as yesterday, it was quite bad here.
And we're underway again at the start of the second half.
But then we've got another storm coming now here in the UK, so brilliant. I had plans for this weekend, but that might not happen now.
So we're about to have a throw into a full lineup.
Also, I do apologise. I know I miss out with a lot of viewers because if I'm doing a late stream, some people obviously have got commitments, so they can't tune in. So I do apologise about that, but this is literally the only time I can fit in live streams this week. So at least you get a live stream, I suppose.
They've managed to keep possession of the ball.
And again, here we go. That's a good one.
The grubber. Kinghorn tackle, but still passes the ball.
We're not getting that.
Edinburgh
Come on.
have a rock. Toulis making his presence felt.
He needs support.
Edinburgh still in possession of the ball. Groom with Douglas.
So in this update, I didn't, if you didn't see the previous live stream, the AI is a lot more intelligent, which is pretty annoying. I mean, especially considering when the game, I quite liked it before, but again, it's more realistic now, so that's a good thing, but it's a lot more difficult to win games.
Brown to Wilson, no risks taken with that throw. Opportunity.
There's no one out there, what am I doing?
That looks like it'll be a ruck. Glasgow Warriors win the ball at the
one
end
of the buildings in my town fell in the river on Sunday, Jesus. Is that in, I guess that's the UK now, is it?
They took the ball in and it's still theirs. Rock. Here comes the support.
You asked last night what content we wanted. You could do some talking about rugby videos like Squid Rugby. Yeah, personally I would like to do, I quite like the idea of doing that, but I just feel like I'm not knowledgeable enough to be doing that. Squid Rugby does a lot of time. It takes ages doing those videos. He writes scripts and everything. I don't know if you guys knew that. And there's a lot of commitment put into it. Like me personally, I feel like I prefer getting as many videos out there as possible. And then, like, say if I put 5 videos out there, I'd like to be able to do that. And then have, like, say, two videos that I've worked really hard at, and then the other 3 then being videos that I'm happy with and that are entertaining, but I haven't worked a lot of effort into them, if that makes sense. I quite like doing that, whereas Squid Rugby, literally, he'd make a video and it would take him about a week worth of editing. I haven't got the time for doing that. And me personally, I think like a lot of people would like be very opinion based against it. Like when I do the predictions and reaction videos, a lot of people complain, saying I'm wrong and stuff, even though it's just an opinion. So it's a nice idea. I would like to be able to do it, but I just feel in the long run it's just not worth it. So sorry, but hopefully that answered your question. Oh god, this guy's away. Good tackle.
stolen.
Right, we've got the ball. Right, there's nobody out there. Ah,
There's a chance on the outside with Johnson.
nah, he's not getting anywhere.
Johnson taken to the ground by Douglas.
You're in the UK. Ah, right, okay.
He gives the
You must
ball.
have had it quite bad
The
then.
referee says that's a ruck.
I mean, here it's just mainly
Still
windy.
have control of the ball. Oh,
It's
got
not
it
too
out of
bad
the
now,
tackle.
but it is bloody freezing.
The ball is kept by Glasgow Warriors. It's a ruck for Glasgow Warriors.
And again, out wide. Here we go.
Seymour
Good pass.
picked
Seymour
out on the overlap.
inside.
Seymour
Ah.
manages to keep the ball alive despite the tackle by Seymour. Oh, look at that offload.
And again. And again.
And a ruck is
Ah.
formed.
I
Glasgow
need to get it out
Warriors
wide
keep
quick.
the ball.
And again.
The tackle
Here we go.
made, but the ball
Van der
kept
Merwe
alive.
into the corner. Try. Type up on YouTube, Warwick Bristol falling in the river.
Try that no one can possibly question.
Right, I'll search that now, mate. I can't, mate. My Wi-Fi's been terrible. If I do that, I'll probably end up disconnecting the stream. Also, if
Look
that
at
does
the
happen, I do
concentration
apologise.
on
It
the
happened
kicker's
last
face.
night with the internet being shocking here and the stream just cut out. If that happens again tonight, I probably will leave it just because
Oh no,
it's
that is well short.
getting pretty late.
That's
So,
it. Game over.
is there customer
Victory
controls
for
in Rugby 20? No, there isn't. I was supposed to win by 10 points on this, and I failed. Who was awarded Best Player of the 2018 Six Nations? Stockdale. Keep your questions coming, guys. Feel free. I'll literally answer anything, even if it's not rugby related. Just literally, late night streams are always just talking random stuff and just having fun, basically. Like literally before, I've been talking about school and what I did and what it was like. So, like I said, feel free to talk about whatever you want. Can you play as Connacht? Yeah, sure. Play as somebody really low rated then. So do them. Play in the rain again, may as well. If you are just tuning in, please feel free to ask a question. How many English clubs have managed to win 4? I'm going to say probably about 3. So the big question is, Ben, are you enjoying Rugby 20, guys? Comment yes or no right now and let me know. Are you enjoying the new update? Do you feel the other one before was a lot better? It was bad where I was. First, the corner came off and the ball came off in the storm. Jesus. Now here, I just like
Ben
window
Kay
shake
is
here. I
joining
didn't
me for
like
the
that,
commentary.
but
Good to see
other
you,
than
Ben.
that, it hasn't been too bad.
Very high kickoff that should let his team challenge for the ball. In they go to the ruck. They still control the ball and can go wide. Well, they're really intent on keeping this ball alive.
Connacht managed to recover the ball.
Oh, poor ball retention. Manages to get the offload away. So safe under the high ball.
If I play terrible, it's because I'm
Adding to
reading
the
comments
conversation.
They've
and
kept possession
also
at the
getting
back of
pretty
this
tired
ruck.
as well. So,
There are huge opportunities on the wings.
alright, he's away. Step him. Ah,
Rock.
that's the wrong one.
They still have control of the ball.
They need support. Ball still in their possession.
I didn't get it too bad because I live high up, so I didn't get much flooding in my area. Alright, okay, that's not too bad. I don't get flooding here either. It's just the wind just gets pretty bad. I mean, it was actually hailing earlier here as well. So I was like, bloody hell, I looked outside and it was white. It wasn't all snow, it was just hail.
Passes it. It's a ruck. And they keep possession.
It was on the news. Alright. I literally haven't been watching the news past couple of days.
Healy breaks loose in space. This is
Ah,
the
damn
real
it, couldn't
struggle.
step him.
Connacht
Here we
still
go,
in possession
wide.
of the ball.
Go this way. See if we can get through.
They're
No, we can't
scrapping
get
for
through.
the ball.
Damn.
They've held on to the ball.
And again. And, high tackle. It was pretty bad. Yeah, sounds it.
Yep, that definitely deserved a yellow.
What software do you use to record gameplay? I use literally the PlayStation button. So literally I'm just streaming from the PlayStation.
Now for the
My god, look at the
penalty kick.
wind direction on this. I literally thump this as hard as I can. There we go. But yeah, when I'm live streaming, I literally just record from the PlayStation, and then when it comes to making the videos, I still record from the PlayStation, and then I put them onto a USB stick, then put them onto the laptop, and then I edit them.
It is interesting that they're now resorting to a kicking game.
It's a lot easier that way, because the moment you get a capture, I did used to have a capture card, but then there's just like the format it records in you, and you've got to export it, and it just gets so much more time wasting involved. So it's just easy to record it from the PlayStation.
Can create a psychological advantage for the rest of the game.
How's it going tonight? Is the stream doing well? Yes, it is so far.
The number 9.
Julie Wallace, you're back. You tune into almost every single stream. I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Right, the scrum is going well. Right, let's just answer some questions. Do you like any other sports? I do. I like football. I'm a big football supporter. More towards rugby now, obviously with the rugby channel growing. But I do watch a lot of football, especially internationals. Personally, I prefer internationals over club football, whereas most football supporters prefer club football. I don't know why. I'd happily take Wales winning a World Cup over Swansea winning the Champions League. I don't watch cricket. I don't watch... I mean, I watched a bit of NFL, American football. I think the last game I properly watched was the Tennessee Titans versus Chiefs, where they lost, which is pretty annoying. I've always supported the Titans. I don't watch a lot of American football, but I do enjoy it when I do watch it. The only bloody thing that annoys me at that, sorry for my language, is just the bloody adverts. The amount of adverts and commercials on those games is insane.
We're ready for the first
like, no other sport does that. That's the only thing. Like, everything is sponsored. Man of the match is sponsored. Interviews, everything.
And the attack leads to a ruck.
Regular day in the sports grounds. What's that now? What's a regular day in the sports grounds? What do you mean?
Very skillful handling. That's still a ball that can be used
my
by
friend sent
Connors.
me it on my phone at first, then I went to see what happened, and these news people were asking as what happened. Alright.
The ball is out for the scrum half. A ruck's formed.
Sounds quite bad if anybody was near that.
Rue, send it on to McAllister. How good was
we've
that?
lost the ball.
Ruck.
Come on.
So that will
Yes,
be a
there we
ball
go.
for Connacht.
Who was my favourite rugby player?
The scrum
Probably
half
Sam
launches
Warburton.
play. He makes a
I think he
pass.
was a really good player in his prime. Captain in the Lions and everything.
Spreading it to the wing.
Oh, this would be a good try if I can get this. If I just kick it whilst it's on the ground. Here we are. I've kicked it out on the full.
Goes through the in
God
goal
damn it.
area. A few changes on
Thanks
the
for
way.
answering every question I
so
ask.
physical.
It's fine, mate.
Such a toll
Any
on
more
the
questions,
body.
feel free to ask.
Taken
Doesn't even have to be
by
about
Carty.
rugby.
He'll try to gain
If you're
ground with
generally
the kick.
interested in my personal
catch,
life or
that
whatever, feel
was
free to
not
ask.
easy.
I literally
Recovered by
don't really care about that
O'Halloran.
stuff, so I will answer anything. Ah, he's fended him.
O'Halloran tears down the defending wall.
Great channel, third stream I have seen now, I think. Alright. Thank you for the
Short passing.
compliments.
Successful offload out of the tackle.
I think the best stream I've done was a couple of weeks ago, and I was literally talking about everything. I think I was like here for like 2 hours streaming, and only like 10, 12 people tuned in, but literally we had so many like comments, and we were just talking for hours. It was brilliant. It's actually brilliant. That's the true. I think that was the main thing that made me kind of fall in love with streaming.
They keep the ball.
I've lost it again.
They set up a ruck.
Come on, get the turnover.
They've managed to keep
damn
possession
it.
of the ball.
Fore makes a pass.
Tackle him,
This
come
is
on.
going to be a real struggle.
They still control the ball. They can
Advantage.
go wide.
Offside by me. Great.
Ruck forms.
I'll just put my hands in the ruck. There you go.
Defender really cut him
Give him the
down.
penalty. Connacht home stadium. Let me read some questions, guys. Regular day in the sports grounds. Connacht home stadium. Alright, it's in the rain and stuff, you mean? They knew that it was coming, so everybody was out before. Alright, okay, so that's why there was no casualties in the storm. I've got so many conversations going on here at once. Are you enjoying streaming because you've been doing them loads? I am enjoying it. I really like doing it. I think the main thing is because like literally all of you that comment, you're all so like nice, and the questions that come through, and it's nice talking to you. Like I know like I'm physically not hearing what you're saying, but like reading your messages and stuff, I just enjoy it so much. It's actually so nice hearing all your messages.
Fitzgerald tries to gain ground with the grubber.
And I feel like I can interact with you all more. Whereas when I'm just doing the videos, it's kind of like I can't really.
Superb.
I can see your comments afterwards, but I can't talk to you whilst like live. So yeah, I am enjoying streaming. I really love the streams because you are good at talking to your fans. Oh, thanks, man. I could literally talk for Wales. I've always, well, I haven't actually always been that chatty. Back in school, I never used to talk at all. Like I was literally that kid that was sitting in the corner and not talk to anyone. How many tries need to be scored for a bonus point? It's 4. Yeah, no, I wasn't very popular in school. I literally was like quiet, never wanted to talk to anybody. I was really shy, picked on. Like now, if I went back as I was now, I would start so many fights because I hated everybody back then. But they all like picked on me. And I didn't have the confidence to do anything, whereas now, yeah, I literally have so many insults to throw at people. I'm quite quick thinking at insults. It's quite bad, really, but there we are. I'd upset a lot of people. But then it's their own fault for being the way they are, so... I was at the game where Alan Wynne played an absolute blinder. He played through the pain barrier, got stretchered off at the end of the game last year's double. Alright. That would have been a pretty awesome thing to witness. Are you nice? And you are nice to us. Oh, thanks, man. I try my best. Nah, like literally, you're the like. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be doing this because there's no point in doing streaming and videos and stuff for nobody watching. So, like, I know right now it's only probably like 11. I think it's 11 people watching right now. But it's just the fact. In total, I know I get a lot of people watching. Like every stream, if you look at the total views at the end of the streams, if you go back to watch them, like after they're being live, we get nearly 200 views. So that to me is a big deal, and I appreciate it. What do you want me to do now? So I'll just keep playing games and answering questions. I feel it's too late to do anything else. I'm gonna do a game I want to see now, which is Wales, and we will do South Africa. Steve Jobs for real, hey, hello. What are my favourite videos to make? From Julie. That is a very good question. I think lately I'm enjoying the live streams just because it's more like I can just relax and do them. Like literally right now, you can't see me, but I am literally sitting in my pajamas, a jumper and a blanket, reading the comments on my phone whilst talking. So it's a lot more relaxed. Whereas when you're on camera, obviously you've got to dress differently, you've got to make yourself look presentable. I know it's not really a big deal when you have a small channel, but it's also something that you kind of have to do, because otherwise people will pick up that you're wearing the same thing in every video, which somebody did very recently. But the thing was, the videos were recorded literally in the space of 2 days, where I did like 5 videos, so that's why. How many clubs took part in the 2018? It's usually, isn't it 20? Yeah. What's up, bro, Mr. Anonymous, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, hello. Richard Jones, 14 people watching now. Yeah, it goes up and down. What am I thinking of the new update? I think it's good. I'm enjoying it. The only thing that really frustrates me is it's really hard to win the ball back, but it's more realistic. For example, now you'd probably like see South Africa will look the better team compared to me, which is realistic compared to real life. What's good? Do you mean as in what's good about the game, or as in what's good as in like you've just tuned in, hello sort of thing?
Oh, he's got plenty of height on that short
hang on, I'll read that other comment now. Let me just pause it. Have you ever tried making another ultimate team and facing them against each other? I have, and I destroyed him. I did it for like points wise. I was like, oh, what I'll do? I'll just sign a lot of average players and I'll play against them and just rack up the points. But then you end up spending more money on the packs getting the players to fill it. So it's just like, there's no point. Just tuned in. Oh, hello, mate. So I thought that's what you meant, but I wasn't too sure.
A ruck's formed. They still have control of the ball.
I'm a huge Union fan, but bought Rugby League 4 for the Xbox. Would you ever think of playing it? I don't know. I'm enjoying this, and obviously, I don't think I will, because Rugby Challenge 4 will be coming out in March. So by the time that comes out, I mean, it's going to be like I'm going to be playing both games and comparing the two. And then if I add Rugby League as well, it'll just add too many games to the mix. Maybe in the long run, but as of right now, no. I mean, it probably is a brilliant game. I mean, those games usually are pretty good, but it's just, it would just make a lot more work for me when there's no need at the moment anyway. If my channel was like huge, if it got like 10,000 subscribers and stuff, then yeah, probably. If I was getting like 10 quid per video and stuff, but I'm not, so at the moment, no. Oh, Josh Adams. Oh, he's tackling the touch. What we've got? Yeah, Pro is much harder. Usually I could just win the ball every ruck. It's more realistic. Yeah, it is. Literally, mate, right, if you want to see how realistic this game is, now, play as the worst team on the game, which is a team in Pro D2, rated 60, and play New Zealand. Like, you will struggle to get a turnover whatsoever. And if you do, I don't think you'll score any points, because I didn't. I was terrible. I managed to only lose in the end by 20 points, but still. Come on, Jonathan Davis, get a try. Come on, come on, come on. Yes. Which one do you think will be better, Rugby Challenge 4 or Rugby 20? It depends what you want the game for. Personally, I couldn't care less about graphics. I just want the game to run nicely. And I pre-ordered this game, obviously, you guys saw, was it back in October, I think it was. And I've been playing the betas and stuff, and it's improved a hell of a lot since the betas. I generally feel now, the gameplay of this now, since the update today, it would be, like, gameplay-wise, very similar to Rugby 08. Just because it runs smoothly, it runs nicely. Obviously, it hasn't got the graphics, it hasn't got the same modes as Rugby 08, so you can't compare the two. But gameplay-wise, I think it's really fun. I generally feel like it's a proper rugby game now. There's hardly any bugs. There's still a few little issues that need to be sorted, but other than that, I'm happy with how it is. Anything extra now is just a bonus, me personally, I think.
Keep the ball.
Let me pause it, answer a few more questions. So is there going to be a pre-order for Rugby Challenge 4 like there was for Rugby 20? I'd imagine so. I mean, you can order the game digitally, like Rugby Challenge 3 you can order. Well, you don't order it, but you can buy it digitally on PlayStation 4. So I'd imagine once the game is announced, it'll probably be up for pre-order on PlayStation 4 store digitally. So I'll probably just do that. So much easier. Oh, I've given away a penalty. If it had any sense, they'd take the posts. Oh, we're going for a scrum. Great.
See how well they handle this.
Right, come on, we have to win this scrum. It's not looking good.
Excellent body position from the forward to keep their own ball.
Right, we've got the first push. Second, there we go. It's looking good now. We should be fine. I think I'll just kick it out now and go to half time, answer a few more questions.
He decides to kick it.
There you go, kick it out. Please go out, please go out. It's not going out. Great. Oh, he's run it out. Okay, that's fine.
That's it. The two teams will go
I agree. Yeah, I'm guessing you agree with what I said about the update. I think it improves the fluidity of the game, which I think is key for a good rugby game. Yeah, like I said, I couldn't care less about graphics. If you want a rugby game for graphics, go to Rugby Challenge 4. If you want a game for gameplay and loads of licenses, then you'll want this game. The thing is, I find with the two games is this, like, let me have a drink, guys. My voice has gone really weird. Bear with me. But yeah, what I was saying was what I find with Rugby 20 is the developers are actually listening to you. Like, I messaged them the other day because they follow me on Twitter, and they said they've been watching literally almost every single one of my videos, and they said like they really appreciate all the support and everything, and that means a hell of a lot, and they've been listening and getting like feedback and stuff from all of you guys that watch my videos. So I think that's a really good thing. Rugby Challenge haven't done anything. Like, they haven't followed me, which is fair enough. It might not never ever watched one of my videos, but it's also the fact like people have been messaging them like day after day, and you don't get a reply whatsoever. Whereas with these developers, they actually do reply. Yeah, okay, obviously they have so many messages now, and they probably don't reply as much now as they used to, but it's just the fact they did reply, and they do reply, and they are generally interested in what you have to say. They have these like submission forms and everything. They want to know what it needs to be improved on the game. Rugby Challenge 4 haven't even released an advert yet, and the game's going to be out next month, so that's my only issue. Have I ever had a famous viewer on a live stream or a video? No, I haven't. That would be pretty awesome though. I'm a fan of Union 2 along with Rugby 20. I bought Rugby League 19 mobile and to play it via LD Player on the PC because it has so many licenses. Hello from Athens, Greece. It's 1 AM there. Right, okay. Committed viewer there. Thank you so much for the support. It is my last day off work. It is that last day off work tomorrow. Ah, gutted, Johnny Greek. League Live 4 has 2017 roasted, so it wasn't an option for me. Alright, okay. Wiz KF said M. I don't know what that means. Do you have Rugby Nations 19 on my phone? No, my phone is literally... It was really good at the time. I think it came out like 2016, I think it was, when I bought it. So I bought it literally the year it came out, and I haven't updated it since. And it's not on contract. I prefer owning my own phone and paying for it. But yeah, the memory's kind of gone on it. I've got like thousands and thousands of photos, and they all mean a lot to me, so I don't want to delete them. And then I can move things onto the memory card, but then if I do that, it messes up the whole like dates of them. It tells me like a photo I took last year was taken in December, and it's like, well, it's not. It was taken like January last year, but there we are. So yeah, I feel like he didn't really care about that, but you know, I thought I'd mention it, and that's basically why I can't download games on my phone. So went into a bit too much detail, but yeah. Good that the developers listen to the community. Yeah, I think it's really good. A lot of big developers could take note from that, because there's so many, like EA and stuff don't listen to the fans that much, whereas these generally listen to everything you want. Like literally, I said yesterday, everybody commented yes if you wanted to see snow in the game, and literally I think nearly 10 people commented yes, and I know if the developers are watching, they may consider that. So I think that's pretty cool.
Owens takes the ball in the air. Pass out of contact for Adams.
Good kick. Need to go now, so sorry, but I'll tune in if it's a stream tomorrow. Yeah, there'll probably be a stream again tomorrow night. My girlfriend goes to bed super early, so I just thought just stream when she's sleeping.
Yeah, that's how to keep the ball alive.
In they go to the ruck. The attacking team.
So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow night. And well, yeah, I'll hear from you tomorrow night when Julius tune in tomorrow.
From this rock.
Let me ask a few more questions. One small thing I'd appreciate is being able to name our teams. Yeah, I think they are looking into adding that. I think they just wanted with this update to sort out the gameplay. The rest of it is just going to come in time. Same as they said, they may consider having more teams, like unlicensed teams. So who knows? Rugby Nations needs way more licenses and club licenses. That's do they still do Rugby Nations? Yeah, Rugby Nations 19. Oh, okay. I mean, from what I've seen of that game, it looks pretty decent, but unfortunately, like I said, I can't get it.
Just a bit imprecise, that. What a turnover.
That's a clever pass out of the tackle.
Oh, what a hit.
Is that dangerous play? Oh, okay, high tackle.
No
That's
question
fine.
about that. That's a clear.
I agree.
Tackle's really borderline.
Wiz KF, commenting from London.
And the
Oh,
referee
that's cool, man.
decides it is worth a yellow.
I think we should go for a kick for goal. Really attempt our skills here, guys. Ah, nah, that's going well wide. Oh, it's curling.
Oh, that's not straight, too far left. No
close.
change to the
Very,
score.
very close.
10-0.
So safe under the high ball.
I'm very surprised we actually beat South Africa, but then Wales is rated higher than South Africa on this game.
Will keep the
Because
ball.
obviously they haven't updated the stats yet, because they're still waiting on Rugby Pass to do that.
Support.
The ball's been burgled. That ball well taken by Williams.
Oh, that's a good kick. It's going to bounce out, isn't it?
And it ends up
No.
safe in his arms.
Tackle him. Ah, he's kicked it out on the full. Game over.
And the match is over.
The international players aren't all named, though.
Well-deserved victory.
Are all named, though.
Perseverance really paid dividends.
Now it's time for us to say our goodbyes. Thanks again.
What do you
Thanks
mean?
for being here. Thank you, Ben.
Always a play.
What do you mean? Back garden rugby? International players are all named, though. Yeah, I know they are, but besides the unofficial ones. On Rugby Nations 19. Okay, that makes sense. Having reached 4 finals, how many times? 2. Like I said, any people watching feeling generous, I'm trying to save up for a live stream camera. So if anybody is feeling generous and wants to donate, please feel free. The money would go straight towards a live stream camera. If not, it's fine. But if you do want to, feel free to do that. I have relatives in Swindon, just to say, does any one of you stay there? Does any one of you stay there? I literally have never been to Swindon. Literally, right? No word of a lie, I've only ever been to England once, and that was for a wedding back in 2007. Since then, never been to England. Been to many places, but not England. Would love to see a few more grounds added. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty awesome, seeing more unofficial stadiums. Should we play as my team? I feel like that would be quite cool. We'll do that. And we'll play... who should we play? A team rated lower than us, obviously. We'll play them. XFL. What does that mean? I'm not really down with all this stuff, so I don't know what that means. Which team won the first European Challenge Cup? Probably somewhere like that. Yeah, I thought it was. God, it's 11:15 here in Wales. It's getting late. I'm pretty sure this is the latest I've ever streamed before. But you guys are enjoying it, so that's the main thing. So where are you all watching from? Obviously I know some of you from London, some of you from other places, but like what's the time? Like, literally comment now where you're watching from and the time it currently is there.
Here we go, we are underway.
Oh, we caught the kickoff.
They still control the ball and can go wide.
They should add the defense arena. Racing 92 Stadium. If you haven't seen it, search it up. It is awesome. Alright, okay.
The scrum half gets us going again.
Pretty sure my kit never used to look like this, but there we are.
Here's the ruck being created.
Midday in New Zealand. Oh, right, okay. I have a New Zealand watcher. I'll have to update that on my list of countries that I've got fans from. I don't think I have anybody from Australia. Like, if I remember rightly, I'll try and see if I'll try and memorize little things just because I feel like it's important. So I know we have Scotland, South Africa, we have Ireland, England, Wales, then we have America, Canada, Brazil, Uruguay. I know we have quite a few Uruguay followers. Argentina. No one from Japan or Asia, I don't think. And then New Zealand, obviously, as well now.
This attempted conversion.
I think we have a few from the Pacific Islands area. I can't list which ones. I don't know which ones. But yeah, we have quite a few. 11 PM. Yeah, it's literally the same here. Commenting from Scotland, same time as Wales in London. Watching from Bolton, England. Alright, okay. So it's mainly UK viewers at the moment, and then we've got one New Zealander.
Ball still in their possession.
The ball's
oh well.
moved on.
He needs to go wide.
There's not a great deal of support there. They took the ball in, and it's still theirs. The ball's
passed. It's up to you, that, my one New Zealand fan, which is the name. Hang on, let me read it to you. Budget Man, it's up to you to spread the word in New Zealand about my channel. There we go, you have to get some more New Zealand fans for me. All down to you, no pressure.
They're passing the ball around well.
And if you're feeling really generous, feel free to fly over to Australia for me and try and get some fans down there.
It's a ruck for Montalban. A really good contest there, and they managed to get the ball.
Oh, that's a terrible pass. Ruck forms. Oh, they've lost the ball.
We've turned it. Okay, we've still got it. Here we go. Gibson in the corner.
To go, and it worked perfectly.
They've been totally on top and been
a good
rewarded
try
for their patience.
I think a cool thing they should add as well is we should be able to put sponsors, fake sponsors on the kits. I think that would be pretty awesome to be able to see. And then just being able to change the colours of those sponsors.
The ball's taken. He kicks the ball clear.
Because I was thinking I might try and make like the official national teams on my squad mode. So like try and get all the official South African players that are in this game, and then make my own version of South Africa, make the kit and everything, and just play against them from time to time. I think that would be quite cool. There's nobody out there. Come on, good room, into the corner. Good try. Half an hour north of Cardiff, Richard Jones. Oh, awesome.
The try that they have been searching for.
Oh yes, we'll enjoy the replay of that.
I'm literally on the borders of Pembrokeshire right now. That's where I am. Can't say anything else than that, but yeah, that could be literally, that could be a lot of places, but I'm not going to give you an exact location.
He caught that ball well, brilliantly positioned.
Let's see what we've got. Australia here. Oh, we actually have one Australian fan. Brilliant. I was literally just saying we haven't got any Australian fans, so we now have Australia to the list of viewers as well. That's brilliant. We've literally covered nearly everywhere in the world. I know we have somebody from Czech Republic as well that watches on a regular basis. And Greece as well. It's pretty good. Georgia. I mean, like, the thing is, I have to work this out myself. I literally have to ask you guys, because YouTube doesn't give me the exact locations of where everybody watches. It just gives me a percentage. So like of my video, say for example like with my video, like say the one that came out today with Rugby Challenge 4, it'll only give you the stats of where the people watched it from. They might not necessarily be subscribed. So that's all I have to go by. There are rumours that a British and Irish Premiership will replace the current English Premiership and Pro 14 maybe from the 22 on. What do I think? Will Heineken Cup be affected? I haven't heard that. I mean, I think if that was to happen, it would be interesting, but I think I can't see that happening. Just because like there's so much money in the Pro 14 at the moment, it's just getting bigger and bigger, more popular, and then obviously the English Premiership with the amount of money that's in that as well. I just can't see that happening. I think if that was to happen, I'd imagine it would be the lower leagues. Like the Welsh Premiership merging with the Irish leagues and stuff like that. Because I think there was talks of doing that.
Got underneath
but
it.
Pro
Superb.
14 in English Prem, I don't think that will be
And
affected
he
much.
finds touch.
I think you should be able to have more options with the kit. Yeah, I think that would be quite cool.
So
Maybe like have, say, 10 options what you could pick from.
It's still
And like
good
I said,
possession
sponsors,
from
and then it would
Montalban.
make the kits
A
more
poor
unique.
pass by
Whereas
Red.
right now I feel
Well,
like
he's
the
got it out
kits,
of the
as
tackle.
many as like, although we have so many colours to pick from,
And they
I feel like the
keep
kits are
possession.
very similar to other players' kits, which is quite annoying. I want my kit to feel like it's unique,
There's room on the outside.
and nobody else has got it. Do you know what I mean?
That tackle wasn't good enough. They still have control of the ball.
Why do they try so hard in
The
friendlies?
ball is out for the scrum half.
What do you mean?
Through. He took
I
good
mean, why do they
advantage
try
of the
so
gap.
hard in friendlies?
They took the ball in and it's still theirs.
I don't know what you mean.
Might be worth spreading
I've literally
it
got
to the
so
wing.
many conversations going,
What
oh,
a
what a
break.
step. Gibson. That was a brilliant
And he
try.
knows it to score. A score that
We have to
really
watch that again.
confirms their dominance.
That's right. It gives them a comfortable lead now.
Look at the step on that. Oh, he bounces. Savage player.
To convert the try, here's the kicker. He's nailed it.
33-0. We're looking pretty good. That's Samson
Good
Lee
deep
kick it.
into the opposition territory. The ball's taken.
Oh,
That
oh I
looks
thought
like
we were going to
it'll
be
a
away
ruck.
then.
And they've kept possession at the back of this ruck.
Like I said, feel free to ask me any questions.
It's a ruck.
Could be
The defence
anything
having
at
well
all.
and truly covered.
Even if like you guys are in school or college and you want my opinion on
attack
what
leads to a
course you're
ruck, driving
doing,
into the ruck with
or
the
maybe
shoulder.
you've got a job and something's come up, or literally
Great
anything,
handoff.
feel free to ask me whatever
Bad
you
pass
want.
Didn't reach the intended target. And a ruck is formed.
Tackle made.
Ball still in their possession.
What do you think of South Africa? Yeah, I've got a video coming out of that on Saturday,
The ball is
so
being
I'm not going to
moved
say a
very
hell of a
quickly.
lot, but I
There's not a
think
great deal of support
it can
there.
work.
They've kept possession.
I'm
at
going
the
to be
back of
quite
this
brief
ruck.
about it. I think it'll work,
And the overlaps
but
to be
I
found
just
out
think it's
wide.
not fair on
They
other
slide the
nations that
grubber
want to
kick in
join it.
behind the defence.
But stay tuned for the video on that.
Ruck forms.
That's all I'm going to say, sorry.
The ball is kept by
Henry
Montalban.
Hall.
Serguev will take charge of the kick.
Should we try a drop goal? Johnny McNichol, and
is
it's not
taken
going anywhere.
cleanly.
Great. Oh, should we try another
He
one?
caught that
Johnny
ball
McNichol.
well, brilliantly positioned.
Oh, and it's wide again.
And
Great.
it's wide.
Yeah.
Ball taken
Try
by
again. Johnny McNichol. Oh,
And he's
ah, my
missed it.
God.
So the
Shocking.
score stays 33.
Um,
A poorly executed
I
drop
don't
goal.
think
He
it will
really
happen
rushed
because
that.
it is
It's
too
all
far
over,
away.
and that is a
Well,
big,
South
big
Africa,
win.
well,
It's
actually
truly
no,
a
because there was a
ruck.
rumour that Japan would join the Six Nations. So, with South Africa joining it, it's like more reasonable. But yeah, like I said, just stay tuned for the video for Saturday. How many top 14 times were Toulon? I'm going to say 7. I don't know. Heard a rumour flying around of the Six Nations maybe turning to 7. Yeah, again, that's with South Africa. It's a possibility, but I just don't think it's fair on Georgia or Romania or anybody. NFL has harder hits, it's a tougher game. Facts. Fair enough, if that's how you feel. I mean, I feel like, yeah, okay, I'll talk about NFL whilst you guys decide what you want to see me do. With NFL, I feel it's a very good game and it's obviously a lot more contact in NFL because there's not really any form of proper tackling. Like you could run into a player or whatever, that's fair enough, but my only thing with that is like you have a lot of padding on. If it wasn't so much padding, then obviously, yes, okay, I can understand your point that it's a tougher game, but with there being like so much padding, I don't know if you'd class it as tougher, because you got a helmet on, you got shoulder pads, pretty sure you have padding on your stomach and chest and back, you have knee pads, you have ankle pads, so really speaking, it's almost, well, it's not impossible to get an injury, but it's less likely that you'll get an injury. So, I mean, I'd say physicality-wise, they're both very, very similar, and it's very, very close. But I think, I don't know, because with rugby, it's obviously you can get quite bad injuries, and you can get quite bad injuries with NFL. but I'd say it's close physicality-wise. I wouldn't say they'd both beat each other. I wouldn't say NFL is a lot harder hits. I would say the form of tackling is a lot harder because there is no official tackling, but I don't know, other than that you can't really judge it that much because they've got padding on. So lose some pads and see how it goes. Yeah, it will be worn out World Cup. It will worn out World Cup for sure. Plus it is the Euro of rugby. Maybe Georgia plus one more. I can assume Romania or the emerging Netherlands will join sometime in the future. I think that'd be pretty awesome. What I think would be quite cool is like every 3 years have a European Cup. I think that'd be pretty awesome. I mean, you could have it like whilst the Lions tour is going on, so that way then you could have like smaller nations join and then play against like a second tier Wales and second tier England and stuff. I think that would be pretty cool to see. Or failing that, have like a under 20s European Cup. I heard another name being bounced around, possible 7 nations. Yeah, like I said, it's a possibility. European Cup would be fun. Yeah, like you have in the football. Like even if you watch football or you don't, you have, is it 20 teams or 30 teams all around Europe playing? As of right now, I think, excluding the Six Nations teams, obviously you have Georgia, which are a decent squad. Romania, yeah, okay, they weren't in the World Cup because of political stuff they got involved in. But Romania are decent, and they usually are in World Cups. Russia were in a World Cup. Spain are decent. Belgium are decent. How many is that? I haven't even been counting. Georgia, Romania, Russia, Spain, Belgium. Portugal are decent as well, and Germany. So that's 7 there. And then you've got literally so many European teams that could play. So I think it would be quite a cool tournament to see. Even if it's like once every, say, 5 years. Like say if it's the year, like 2 years after a World Cup. So that would make it, best way of looking at that, say if the World Cup was in 2011, the Lions Tour was 2013. So if it fell maybe 2012, or maybe the year before a World Cup. I don't know how you'd work it, but I think it would be quite a cool thing to see. Because like you have the American Rugby Championship, which has obviously Brazil. You have Brazil, Uruguay, America, Canada, Argentina. I think it's Chile's in that as well. I think it's 6. So you'd have that as well, and then like South America have their own Rugby Championship as well. So it works kind of, they have 2 tournaments to compete in as well as a World Cup. And as of right now you have the Six Nations and you have a World Cup. So really speaking it should be Six Nations and then another tournament and then a World Cup, I think anyway. But just my opinion. Any other questions come in, guys? Let me know. I think I'll just do a kicking challenge whilst you guys send in your questions. My god, it's nearly 11:30 now. What's that, challenges? Hey, what is challenges? Right, we've got more questions coming in. Scotland bet Russia. Oh, Scotland beat Russia 68-0, which was, I think, the biggest score difference in the World Cup. Yes, there is that point, but my other point is the fact that how are these nations going to grow if they only compete in one tournament every 4 years? That's the only issue I have. Like, I'm actually quite passionate about that because I feel like it's a really big issue. I generally feel like it's not fair. Like, I know I have a Portuguese fan, right? And literally he doesn't get to watch Portugal at all, really, because you just don't see them. Because they're not professional, you hardly ever get to watch them. And they don't really get to compete in tournaments properly. I just don't see how that's fair. So that's my main issue on it. Like, yeah, okay, you'd probably thrash them. Like, Wales would probably thrash them nearly 100 points, I'd imagine. But it's not the point. It's the fact that you got, it's like, if you were watching Wales v Portugal in Portugal, like in Lisbon or whatever, it's the fact that you were there watching your home nation play like a tier 1 side. A second division to the Six Nations would be good with promotion and relegation from the main tournament, because it would give a chance to lesser teams in Europe and develop tier 2 nations. I think that would be interesting to see, but then relegation would have a massive cost against a tier 1 nation being relegated. Like for example Italy, right? So Italy finished bottom nearly every year versus the fact, right, if they were to get relegated, think of the amount of money they would be losing, which then causes them into financial problems, and then you might not even see a professional era of Italian rugby players anymore. So that is the main issue with relegation. Like if you were to do relegation, there has to be a certain way of doing it, because if you're just literally just eliminated one of those teams, like it's all fair, it's all said and done saying that, but how would you generally feel if your nation got relegated and you didn't get to watch them on telly anymore? Like it would be a disaster for the rugby board of that team. So I can understand what you mean, I respect your point, but I don't think it's a great idea, personally anyway. I think it would be fair to add 2 nations to the current 6, maybe the winners of a European Cup, but none of the 6 nations will be relegated if they end up 7th or 8th, which I don't think will happen shortly. I think that would be interesting, so you'd have like 8 nations. Yeah, I think that would be quite cool. I think what they should do, maybe have 12, hear me out, 12 nations, okay? Imagine you have 12 nations, divide that into 2 groups, okay, so that would be 2 groups of 6 teams, have that as a normal team, has that as like a normal league or whatever then, and then the top 2 teams of those each groups go into proper quarterfinals and stuff then. I think that was the best way to do it, and then obviously with those teams have them drawn out, be a pretty awesome tournament to see, because in that way then you're bleeding in like teams that don't get to play rugby properly. Wiz KF, new phone, who this? Right, okay. Johnny Greek, nice, Henry Hall. Oh, right, okay, conversation between the 2 of you, okay, never mind. South Africa might join the 6 Nations. Yeah, I think it would be interesting to see that. But like I said, I got a video on that on Saturday, so just stay tuned for that one. I'm getting pretty tired. I don't know why. I mean, mind you, I was like awake about 9. So, which player has played in the World Cup 5 times? Bergamasco, innit? Yeah. I'm surprised that Japan are not in Rugby Championship. I think that's the idea. If the Springboks are to leave the Rugby Championship and join the 6 Nations, I think it would then be Japan would then join the Rugby Championship, I'd imagine. Because any other solution would just be a bit odd, I think. Mind you, then you've got Fiji as well. See, this is what I mean. I get quite annoyed because like I feel like I have a connection with all of you guys from all of your different countries and stuff. So I feel like it'd be really I'd be disappointed if I was a Fijian and then I found out a place is opening up in the Rugby Championship and then Japan take it, and then even though Fiji's been playing better rugby for longer, so I'd feel quite annoyed. Something needs to be done because you've got so many good teams playing and none of them get to play in proper tournaments. It's like, the only way I can compare it is when it comes to the football, is like you have all these teams, right? Okay, obviously football is a global sport. You have every single nation. You have Azerbaijan. You have literally everything. Like you have Guam. Even I think Guam even play football as well. They have a national team. So literally anybody could play, any country or whatever. So and then you all compete for your every 4 years. You'll get either a World Cup place, or you'll get to compete in your like tournament. So like if you're a European team, you can try and qualify for the Euros. If you're playing like say down Southern Hemisphere area, you can play for the CONCACAF Cup, or so on. So I feel like that something like that needs to exist, and it needs to be a lot bigger, because there's just no point of having all these really decent teams and not being able to play in a proper tournament against the best teams. I just don't think it's fair, personally anyway. What else we got? Who do you think will win the Six Nations? That's a tough one to predict. I think it all really depends on England v Ireland. Whoever wins that, I think it will then kind of decide what's going to happen. I think if England was to beat... Oh, that was a terrible kick. If England were to beat Ireland, I think then it leaves the whole tournament open. I think if Ireland beat England, I think Ireland's going to win the tournament. Going to watch your new video. I'll watch this in 10 minutes. Alright, okay. Fair enough. How the hell are you supposed to get this kick? With no wind. This is like almost impossible. Oh. Ah, close. What about France? That is a very, very good point. France. Yeah, I forgot about them. I think it's just because you're so used to saying all the same teams over and over, aren't you? With France, I think if France beat Wales, I think France have a very, very good chance because they've looked really good. I think, actually, when it comes to all the teams, I think France have actually looked one of the best nations in this year's tournament. So if France beat Wales, I'd fancy France for the title. And I think the Ireland v France game will be the decider between the two teams. But yeah, like I said, if Ireland lose to England and Wales beat France, then the tournament is open for anybody. Wiz KF, I love you. Oh, cheers, man. Johnny Greek Europe Cup. Tier 2 championship can be played every year from October to December every year to determine which two teams will join the Six Nations. Yeah, I think that'd be good. Like I said, I wouldn't know the format which would work the best, but I think something should definitely be done. Jacob Stockdale isn't playing that good anymore. Oh, right, okay. I mean, everybody has their day. Like Lee Halfpenny went through a phase of when he wasn't that great for Wales, so it's just sport at the end of the day. You have your good and on and off days. Kind of like me with Rugby 20, or me with real life. Some days I'm like, oh great, why am I even here? And other days I'm like, oh, you know what, I'll do a live stream. How many points are awarded for the successful drop goal? 3. Do you know if there will be a squad update on Rugby 20 soon? Because Scotland still have Laidlaw on the squad. I don't know if the players, like, I don't know if they're going to change the squad selection for national teams, but what I do know is the ratings are going to change before long. I don't know when that is, because they're obviously working with Rugby Pass doing it, so it's not actually down to Rugby 20 to do that. It's up to Rugby Pass, and then obviously they send them over to Rugby 20 for Rugby 20 to sort. So, like I said, I'd imagine they'll try and do it as soon as possible, but I don't know when that is. Wiz KF, France sucks. Right, okay. I wouldn't say they suck. I mean, I imagine you wouldn't be able to say that to one of the French players. But there we are. Henry Hall, if you were to pick your Lions team at the minute, who would you have in it? I think that is a very good question as well. I think Sexton's got to be there. Farrell, yes, although I don't really like Farrell. I've just always found his attitude on the pitch isn't that great, personally, but it is what it is. He's a good player. It'd probably be Bigger, Sexton, Farrell at 10s, Gareth Davis. It's really annoying that you wouldn't be able to have any European teams like France, because you'd want Dupont in your team, but there we are. Henry Slade by far, Elliot Daly, Finn Russell. I don't know, I'm just naming some of the best players I can think of. I don't know, mate, it's too late for me to be thinking this much. Sorry. George North is so slow now. Yeah, I know. What isn't in this game? I've noticed his pace has changed in this game dramatically. In real life, he's not as good as he used to be anymore either, I personally think. How many subscribers are we now on, guys? Let's have a look. I haven't checked in a while. It doesn't tell me on my phone. All I see is 1.98k. What do you think about Finn Russell's situation? I think it's a bit of a stupid situation personally. I think you can't really afford to not have your best player on the team. I mean, it needs to be resolved because I think it's just stupid. Do you support any teams? Swansea, Ospreys, Connecticut Scarlets, Cardiff Blues, or Newport Dragons? I support Ospreys just because I support Swansea football team. Well, yeah, I started basically what happened with that was I used to be a rugby fan. I used to always watch Wales, and then I started getting into football when I hit high school in 2009. I bought FIFA 11. I think that was in like 2012, and I didn't know who to play as, like, so I picked Swansea because that's my local team, and then I started watching Ospreys from there on in because I support Swansea. I may as well start watching the Ospreys, so that's what I did. I used to watch the Ospreys before 2011. I mean, I remember watching like the likes of Tia Tia and stuff playing when the Ospreys had a black and gold kit. It was amazing, no word of a lie. But yeah, so yeah, I support the Ospreys. Pack George North today, he's doing well. Yeah. Oscar's good. Where's KF? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. Alistair Scott Watson, Townsend needs to go. Yeah, I don't think he's a very good coach personally. I think you're better off looking to someone that has experience. Maybe try and get, like, I don't know, I'm not great with like anything like that, but I feel like you need to get somebody good. So, like, for example, Wales got Warren Gatland, they got Wayne Pivac now from the Scarlets because the Scarlets were doing good. Ireland had Joe Smith, then Andy Fowle stepped up. England got, what's his name, Eddie Jones from Japan because Japan were doing good. So I just feel like you need to get somebody with really good experience in order for something to happen. God, guys, I'm getting pretty tired now. Where's KF? You old. What, 22? Yeah, I feel old, mate. I'm tired. Back on rugby. Vern Cotter should come back to Scotland. Yeah, I feel like you were improving with him, and then he went, and I was like, oh great. He wasn't even there long enough for you to start seeing proper improvements. Like, I felt like you were doing really good. Like, you could see the signs of improvement, but you didn't reach your potential. And then he left, and I was like, oh, you'd stayed there for about another 4 years. You would have, like, become a really good team, I think. Who do I think is Wales' best player at the moment? Oh, that's a good question. Probably, I'd say Josh Adams, just because he's scoring the most tries. What do you think of John Cooney still being second in line to Conor Murray for Ireland, despite Cooney being one of the former players of the Euro? Yeah, I think that's a bit of a stupid thing. I've noticed with Ireland, like, literally, you could have some really good young players playing in your regions or for the under-20s, but yeah, Ireland always seem to want to pick the same players. Like, for example, let's say you had a really good fly half come through then in the under-20s, right? And then he signed his first professional contract. Let's say he plays for Connacht, and then he's playing really, really well, but yeah, he'd get called up for Ireland, but he won't take Sexton's place. And I think that's a really stupid thing to be doing, because Sexton is getting on a bit now, same as Conor Murray, same as Keith Earls. Like, no word of a lie, right? I don't know how old Keith Earls is, and yes, okay, I admit he is an amazing player, and he should be in the Ireland team, but my main thing is, like, Keith Earls has been there for ages. Literally, throughout me growing up watching rugby, I've always remembered Keith Earls being there. So, what is that about? Like, why has there been no other players playing? That's what I can't understand. What do you think of John Cooney? No, you've already said that, never mind. Agreed, need someone from the Southern Hemisphere. Yes, probably, that's the best bet. Wales are overrated. In this game, yes they are. And in this year's tournament, yes they are. I'll happily admit to that. Everybody said we'd probably win the tournament back to back. I never predicted that. I thought we would finish third, to be honest with you. Right, guys, I think I keep letting your questions come in, but I think I will be ending our live stream very, very soon because I'm getting super tired. I'm going out tomorrow. I'm going to a zoo, see some animals. So, can't have a tiger saying that I'm tired. He might bloody pounce on me. Andrew Conway plays instead of Keith Earls now. Yeah, but Keith Earls does still play. Is there a 4th team from Wales that could join those 4 in Pro 14? Oh, is there a 5th team from Wales? I've written about teams participated in the past from Pontypridd, Bridget and Caerphilly, and yeah, I think. Well, obviously Wales used to have a 5th region, didn't they? It was the Celtic Warriors, I think it was. It was before I used to watch rugby, but they only played 1 season, and they actually won the league in that season. And the WRU decided to get rid of them, which I think was stupid. And they were Bridgend and was it Bridgend and Pontypridd area? I think it was, or something like that. So for them to scrap them, I don't understand why they do that, especially considering if they won the league that year. But then they wanted only 4 regions in the end, so that's why they scrapped them. And then, like, because you had the likes of Alan Wynne Jones and everybody playing for the Celtic Warriors. I think to have a 5th region, it's going to have to be somewhere from North Wales, because there is literally, as it is now. I don't know if you're from Wales, Johnny Greek. Did you say you were from Wales, or you from? Sorry, there's just been so many comments since. Bear with me. I don't know if you're from Wales or not, but basically in Wales, all the regions are. No, I'm not from Greece. Yeah, I remember you did say. I just didn't want to say it in case you weren't from it, and I've just mixed people up. I don't know. But yeah, maybe Wrexham or somewhere from North Wales. I'd imagine like somewhere in that area, past Snowdonia Mountains. So like maybe Wrexham, Caernarfon, Anglesey would be quite a good one, maybe. But it just definitely has to be somewhere in North Wales. WizKF, take 5-hour energy. 5-hour energy? What, you want me to get up at, what would that be? Well, 5 hours. Yeah, you want me to get up at 5 AM? No, you're alright, mate. You can do that if you want, but I'm not doing that. If I go to sleep, I am sleeping till about 10 o'clock. I would have thought that Andy Farrell taking charge would allow for new faces to take over, like Lamo for Carney and Conway for Ills, but no one else has really changed. No, I know, that's what I mean. That's what I can't understand. Like with Ireland, they never seem to like bring youth into their side. But yeah. Right guys, I'm getting super tired, so I know that Wrexham have a... Okay, never mind, I've got some more questions coming in. I know that Wrexham have a rugby league team in the English League 1. Yeah, maybe that might be a good option then. Wrexham. I mean, they have the race course up there as well, so a club could play there. What do I think of Wales' new coaching team? I think they're good, but I think it's going to take time for them to play the way Wayne Pivak wants to. I think he really underestimated Ireland, and he went into that thinking that we'd have the ball all the time, whereas Ireland just read our game plan really well and just we never got the ball under them. So yeah. Right guys, I'm going to leave it there because I'm getting super tired and there's a few things I want to do before going to sleep. So thank you everybody so much for tuning in yet again for another awesome late night live stream. One of these nights now, sometime this week, I will try and do well, I'm going to be doing a live stream every single night. Even if it's just for half an hour, I will be doing more live streams. But one of these nights, I'm really hoping to try and get like some good conversations coming through, and like proper having a laugh, maybe having a drink and stuff whilst on live stream. So who knows when that day will be, but it'll be sometime this week. I'll have a few drinks and stuff before coming on air. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Please make sure you go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm guessing some of you have at this point because there's only like 8 of you watching now, and that's usually like the dedicated watchers and supporters. But yeah, what time will I be back streaming next? Probably tomorrow night. Usually about 10:30 to 11 o'clock-ish, sometime like that. Okay, so like basically this time tomorrow night, sometime. So stay tuned for that. I'm sorry they are late, but like I said, this is my week off from work. I'm doing stuff in the day, and I'm obviously staying at my girlfriend's house, I just got good internet to stream with, so I do want to do some streams whilst I'm here, and the only time I can do that is at night time. So yeah, I apologise, but I know you guys will understand because you're great fans. But yeah, like I said, stay tuned tomorrow night again probably, and yeah, I'll see you in tomorrow night's stream, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you in tomorrow's upload or tomorrow's stream. I don't know if I have an episode coming up tomorrow, I don't know, but yeah, see you guys.